Well, hey, Grande Alive. This is your weekly Newsish Roundup, brought to you by Ronde Hospital, Northwest Furniture and Mattress, AnythingToDigital.com, and EONI.
We say together? You go for it. I go for it? Are you sure? All right. Please join us in turning your tassel to the left, signifying that graduation is complete.
And one last time. Seniors, seniors, let us hear your number.
17171117.
This is from our live stream of the LHS graduation last weekend in the Grande High School gymnasium. After several long hours of speeches, talks, seniors giving odes to their favorite authors and fanning themselves with the programs, it was hot in there, each senior walked across the stage, shook hands with Superintendent Larry Glaze, received their diploma, and snapped a quick pic, chick, with Brett Baxter, the principal of the school. And speaking of Brett Baxter, here he is talking about the class of 2017.
What I've noticed is with that particular group, we've got kids who just won a state championship in baseball. And it's strange, but they're really humble about it. You know, they celebrate, absolutely, and they should, and they're happy about it, and their families are happy. But there's a humility to that group, and that's just one example. And you've got Wyatt Perry, who got an appointment to the U.S. Air Force Academy, absolutely humble about it. He's not running around telling everybody how great he is. You kind of have to pry it out of him. Trinity McCarthy, state champion in golf. I couldn't think of a better model of humility, and so you see the success that these kids have had, and the fun that they've had. They're a fun-loving group, but there's sort of a quiet humility to them that I've just really appreciated. And even
here's Brett also talking about why he thinks the high school graduation is important for the kids.
You know, when I talk to kids, I talk a lot about keeping all your options open, keeping options on the table, keeping doors open, not closing or shutting off opportunities that we might not even know about right now, we might not foresee, but if we don't check certain boxes or if we don't accomplish a certain level of proficiency in certain things, those doors won't be open. And so I just want them to do that. And I think, you know, if I'm telling the truth, as a young teenager, I didn't see that. I didn't look at it that way. Certainly, people in my life were telling me that, but I want them to hear that message. The better you do now, the more advantage you take of the opportunities given to you now, the more opportunities will open themselves up.
Now, Brett said that though he loved the class and the school year, he's glad to finally have some time to breathe. He's also excited for next year to be able to fully utilize the new CTE facilities that they recently completed at the school.
I think for next year, one of the exciting things will be that we'll have full use of it for the full year. This year we had no welding program for the whole first semester. And so we had to cram in as much as we could second semester, so we'll have kids ready to do the advanced classes next year. And again, one of those things that we can look forward to in our master schedule and giving the kids the opportunity to do is make use of all those new courses that we've been able to implement, or the redesign of the shop classes, the biomedical classes, and we should have a full menu next year. And that's liberating because
this week's lead story was brought to you by
Anything to Digital. We can do that.
In other news, the Ronde Hospital Business Services Department will have a new home Monday, June 26th on Adams Avenue. The recently purchased MODA building, now called the GVH Pavilion, will house such exciting services as billing questions, service estimates, financial assistance, and health insurance coverage. Office parties are going to be bumping at that place, I can tell. In all seriousness though, the pavilion is located at 909 Adams Avenue and the business hours will remain from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. during the week. So to take care of business, head to the new Ronde Hospital Pavilion and be sure to wear your birthday suit for Nude Mondays down there. Just kidding, there's no Nude Mondays. Keep your clothes on, people. I just have to joke around a little bit because this story is so boring otherwise. And here's your upcoming events with the help of Emily Adair from Go Magazine.
Hi, I'm Emily Adair from Go Magazine.
And I'm Will Bowman from Grande Alive, and this is Get Out and Go.
you're looking for something to do in Union, Baker, or Wallowa County, Go Magazine has you covered.
In Union County, the Eastern Oregon Livestock Show is happening throughout the week. In addition to 4-H, FFA, and rodeo events, the Livestock Show features a parade, carnival, dances, and more.
The LeGrand Shakespeare Company is continuing its production of Henry V, which features all women in the cast. The show also takes a woman's perspective on some elements of the war.
Also in LeGrand, there will be an Alleluia Bells concert while the Eagle Cap excursion train departs from Elgin with a wine and chocolates ride.
In Baker County, the Eastern Oregon Regional Theater will present a 2-act play told through 45 phone calls. Bells is a family drama about 6 sisters who live in different parts of the country and communicate by phone.
Meanwhile, in Wallowa County, the Blue Mountain Old Time Fiddler Show comes to Joseph. The musical event encourages musicians to join the performance and spectators to dance and enjoy the dinner and the show.
The Oregon Mountain Cruise Car Show features more than 200 classic and custom cars, while the Wallowa Mountain Quilters Guild hosts a show with more than 150 quilts. Both events will be in Joseph.
And finally, the Courthouse Concert Series continues in Enterprise with a performance by Kupenga Marimba. The local group plays Zimbabwean-influenced music.
I also wanted to let everyone know that we will be taking a brief hiatus from this video series while I'm out of town. We will be back in a couple of weeks, and you can still get all the information you need about upcoming events in Go Magazine.
Go Magazine is a product of The Observer and the Baker City Herald and is distributed in businesses around town.
We're also online at GoNortheastOregon.com and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For more local content, check out thegrandealive.tv. Thanks for tuning in to Get Out and Go. Also coming up this weekend, do you hate Shakespeare? Well, you're not alone. The main character in I Hate Hamlet, the upcoming play at EOU, hates him too, at least for writing Hamlet. Andrew Rowley is an actor preparing for the role of his lifetime, Hamlet. But quickly it becomes apparent that Hamlet's shoes are pretty large and that his part, along with his life, begins to fall apart. But with the help of a friendly ghost, Andrew is able to get his act together in time to play the most iconic role of his life, and put his life back together, for that matter. The play is a play about putting on a play, and the director and his main actors told us that it gives a rare look into what actors go through to play a character.
So in directing a play about a play, we had to find ways to bring the other play into the apartment in which the play takes place. You never actually see the play. It's not like actually in Hamlet when you see the players put on the play for the king. You get Andrew Rowley giving his to be or not to be speech, and you see Deidre actually do a bit from Romeo and Juliet. And then Barrymore will spout off random Shakespeare. He does the speak the speech to Hamlet, but he does it in a way where he's coaching him.
Getting to show the audience the kind of like backstage life of an actor has been really interesting. It's like, hey, this is kind of like my life, but not really, but here's an idea of it.
Because getting ready for a show is kind of the behind the scenes that audiences never see. You know, they see an actor and they see somebody get out on stage and they're in the character, but they don't realize how many mess-ups there are, how many failed attempts there are at getting into the show. You know, a process takes months to get into it. There's a lot of bad takes, bad attempts, and only the real final product is what people see. And I think he wanted to incorporate that into the play.
But even though the play is about learning to play Hamlet, according to the director of the play, Alan Stogan, Hamlet is really just a metaphor about life.
So I call this play the Mary Poppins of Shakespeare.
Could you explain that?
Because Barrymore comes in with the purpose of teaching Andrew how to play the role. But in the process of doing that, he also coaches him through his love life with Deidre. He coaches him through how to accept other roles in the future, and if he should accept this huge TV offer he was just given, or he also coaches him through the ups and downs of art for business versus art for the love of creation of art. So that's why I call it the Mary Poppins of Shakespeare.
Okay. No, that's really interesting.
With Barrymore being the Mary Poppins figure.
The play runs all this weekend, Thursday to Saturday at 7 p.m. in the Schwartz Theater at EOU. Tickets are $6 for general admission and can be purchased at the EOU box office. Interested in more events? Check out our Grande Alive community calendar. Just visit our website, click on the link on the top right, and enjoy all the events right at your fingertips. And here's your weekly Sports Spotlight with Ronald Bond from the Observer newspaper.
Greetings, LeGrande. This is Ronald Bond with the LeGrande Observer for LeGrande Live TV, and you're watching the High School Sports Spotlight. This week's edition is going to focus solely on the LHS baseball team. As everyone I'm sure knows by now, the Tigers defeated Henley in the Class 4A state championship game at Volcano Stadium in Kaiser last Saturday, 8-5. The victory gave the Tigers their second state championship in 10 years, on almost the exact 10-year anniversary of their first title back in 2007. The game itself turned in the 5th inning when the Tigers, who had just fallen behind 5-3, put together a furious rally against the Henley pitching staff. The beleaguered Hornets had nowhere to go as pitcher after pitcher came in and the Tigers just continued to mount up runs. Garrett Vaughn tied the game in the 5th with a 2-run double, scored on a John Gonzalez sacrifice fly, which gave the Tigers the lead for good. And then they added on when Logan Poston scored on an error, and GT Blackman drove in a run with an RBI single. The bullpen came in from there, shut things down. The Tigers rolled a double play to end the game and set off a celebration 10 years in the waiting. It was a very big win for LeGrande on many facets, not only from the fact that they won the title and what that means for the school, what it means for the community, what it means for the players, for the team, for the program. It was, as we said, the second state championship that they've won. The community support at the game was overwhelming from the players' perspective and the coaches' perspective. They outnumbered the Henley fans probably 3-1. The news got even sweeter for the Tigers earlier this week when the all-state selections came out and 6 LeGrande baseball players were on the squad. GT Blackman led the way as he was named not only a first-team pitcher, but the Class 4A Co-Player of the Year. As a pitcher, he was lights out on the mound with a 6-0 record, an ERA right around 1.5. He did damage at the plate as well, with a batting average of .415 this season. Along with Blackman, Aaron Goss was named a first-team All-State first baseman. Zach Jacobs was a third-team All-State outfielder. Brad Bell was a third-team All-State pitcher. And both Garrett Vaughn and John Gonzalez were honorable mention All-State. To cap it off, Parker McKinley, who coached the Tigers to the state championship, was named the 4A Coach of the Year. Not hard to understand when you look at the fact that the Tigers went 23-3. And that's it for this week's edition of the Sports Spotlight. We're going to take the summer off, so we will be back with you come football season and volleyball season. Be sure to continue to read The Observer online at legrandeobserver.com and pick up a copy. Follow me on Twitter at LGOBond. And we are peacing out for the summer. See ya.
And that's your weekly Newsish Roundup. This roundup was brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress, Grande Ronde Hospital, anythingtodigital.com, and EONI. We're going to leave you today with some footage from last week's Monster Truck Derby out at the Union County Fairgrounds. Be sure to like and share this video and tune into LeGrandeLive.tv for more local content. I'm Will Bowman.